It is September 26th, 2021. This is another Word of the Lord. God has been speaking a lot of things concerning what's coming, concerning where we're going, concerning the state of our country. This is a much needed time to hear what God is saying. I know a lot of people probably are getting tired of waiting for whatever's going to happen. We see a little bit happen, but we haven't seen the big things happen yet. Well, things are about to pop. They just reported that the Arizona audit pretty much was completed, and it seemed to be a little washed down. So I prayed and I asked God about some things. And he said there was a lot of fraud that was reported, and it was. But God said there was some threats put upon the auditors to not say certain things. Now understand, these were by political leaders. And it will all come out, and it's going to be another thing to prosecute them for. God says that there was threats that came from political leaders like senators. And they still released reports, but they just were very careful with certain wording because of the threats. And that's going to be okay, because the end result is going to be still people going to jail. Things are going to be changed and reversed. God says the GFS, if you know, you know what this means. I've prophesied this before, so you can look in the back prophecies. The GFS is what is going to bring down the largest demonic fortress, because it's going to remove their financial stronghold. Things are already happening to remove that, but there's more that's going to happen when that is fully in place. And God says it's very, very, very close. Things are going to be better than ever before. The enemy never had an upper hand in all this time. The enemy's never had an upper hand. Change is coming, and a reversal is coming. The biggest unveiling is coming. God called it an unmasking that will unite and expose all of the left. So it's going to unite and expose all on the left side. So it's going to unite the rest of America. It's going to unite America from the left and right are going to unite. But those that are evil in control, like Democrats and liberals, are going to be exposed fully. And it's going to come from this unmasking. Do you mean that it's going to be a little unmasking, you may ask? I saw by the Spirit a shedding of skin. All this is about to be exposed, and those who were paid are going to be exposed. All will be stripped from these treasonous, evil people. The enemy has only been fighting against America, Americans, and Donald Trump. They did not realize that I, the Lord, am in on this fight, and the enemy will lose everything. God says that Donald Trump has allowed his own hands to be tied up right now. And this is a very difficult time for him. Why? Because he sees a mess and he wants to fix it. He's looking at how to put things back in order. He's looking at how to get things back the way that it should be. So every day that goes by, he is struggling with the knowledge of how to put things back. The reason why is because his hands have been tied, but at the same time, he knows he's the one that's going to be putting this thing back together. God says Biden is a jackal. Now, he said that very clearly, a jackal. He is not doing his own bidding. Once God turns the page, the Biden administration will be erased. That's a very powerful statement right there. I want you to think about that for a minute. Once this page is turned, once the unmasking and things take place, once this page is turned, the Biden administration will be erased. The demonic evil side was using Afghanistan for sex trafficking and drug dealings. They were dealing drugs out of Afghanistan and they were using it for sex trafficking. I'm talking about people on the evil side that we've been dealing with. All that we're dealing with right now has been part of this. That's why they are so upset that things are happening in Afghanistan, because it's removing a huge financial system for them. Because God says that this is part of his rescue plan. What God is doing right now, he is rescuing. He's on a rescue mission. God says that he is rescuing the children, women, even men. God says he is rescuing America. And this is not just out of Afghanistan. This is worldwide. He's rescuing children that have been trafficked and sold for sex and drugs and alcohol and all kinds of things, and women and men and Americans. Why? Because the enemy has been using a worldwide pandemic to cover their tracks. But guess what? God's going to expose it all. Biden and CNN alike will be dealt with. This, God said he wanted me to emphasize CNBC as well. Lies are being uncovered. God says the laptops have more than we know. Hunter is a weak link. Did you hear me? Hunter is a weak link. He knows a lot more than they should have ever allowed him to know. And he's going to be the first one to be part of the knowledge that needs to be for the unmasking of everything. The house is falling, saith the Lord. Backroom deals, huge amounts of money, jewels, weapons, slaves have been exchanged for power and control of America. Yes, I said slaves. There are people within the Democrat Party that have been slave owners. Currently, when you make somebody do things, they're a slave. And the Democrat and liberal and elites that we're dealing with, people in Hollywood and different things, there has been slaves that they have owned and kept during the last many decades. But God says, I'm going to expose it and I'm going to remove it all. That's why it's a rescue mission. I will expose their wickedness and cause their house to fall, saith the Lord. Now is the time for my breath to take down the wicked. So hold on and don't let go. If you've been blessed by any of the recent prophetic words or the words of the Lord that I'm sharing like this, share it, post it. It may get removed. I just want to give that as a disclaimer. It may be removed by some of these different social media platforms. But these things that God is saying needs to get out, because we need to understand there's a lot more than just a Democrat Party or Republican Party and just a little bit of a mess that's going on right now. There's an evil thing that is trying not to be exposed, and we need to get the word out. God bless you.